Nuggets in their first ever finals game, led in part by Jamal Murray, who was spectacular. Pull away and win it 104-93 to take a 1-0 lead in these NBA Finals, and the crowd is still very much here and still very loud and excited as this team hosts its first ever Finals game. I'm Mike Greenberg with Mike Wilbon and Jalen Rose, and most of the game the conversation was about how little the Joker was doing offensively, and then you look down and you realize he led all scorers with 27 points and a triple-double.
It's always a great mix when your best player is the most unselfish player, and as you mentioned, only 5 shot attempts at the end of 3 quarters. Wasn't even trying to score. You know why? Early in the game, I'm going to feed Aaron Gordon. I'm going to feed Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to get Brown a 3-point shot. I'm going to get Green looks. And then in the 4th quarter, when Miami goes zone and they make a run, I decide to score now against the zone. I decide to impose my will offensively. It was a masterful performance by a guy who was the final pick during All-Star Weekend amongst the players. Don't think he didn't take that personal.
It's a great point, Jalen. Did you hear what he told Lisa after the game was over? I know I don't have to score to impact the game. I mean, he knows exactly. He took 5 shots total the first 3 quarters. He only took 3 shots in the first half, and he had that line 3 for 3 with 10 assists. I said, like something Steve Nash or more importantly, Magic might have put up. And you're not thinking of a center, a guy who plays that position at that size, and yet he dominated the game first with his passing. Then at the very end, he didn't even work up a sweat. Miami couldn't even force him to work hard to score those points to get it to 27.
And to the point that Jalen was making a moment ago, when Miami started mounting a bit of a comeback right off the bat with that 11-0 run at the beginning of the 4th quarter, Jokic said, we're not having any of that. That's when he took the game over offensively.
Absolutely, and also, as you just showed, his tag team partner Jamal Murray was terrific throughout the game. Scoring, being efficient, dropping dimes, and how about Michael Porter Jr.? Double-figure assist, mixing up his game, had a big tip dunk. They excited this crowd. It was a dominating performance. It was more than the score indicated.
Early on, they go to Aaron Gordon, who takes advantage of every physical mismatch for about, Jalen, 6 or 7 possessions? And I know that doesn't seem like that much, but all of a sudden, you look it up at the end of the first quarter, Aaron Gordon's got 12, and he's like 4 feet from the basket on every shot he makes. And they just have so many ways they can beat Miami. And Miami, by the way, they had all the shots in the world, which could be the encouraging thing for them. They have more open shots than you're going to probably likely see them have the rest of the series. But they look small, Jalen. They look small defensively out there against them.
Let's dive into the Miami side of this, shall we? Caleb Martin, Max Strus, and Duncan Robinson, each of whom had magnificent moments in that Eastern Conference Finals, combined to shoot 2 of 23 in this game. And as a team, the Heat only attempted 2 free throws in this game, which is an NBA Finals record for the fewest ever.
I guarantee you the first thing Eric Spoelstra and his staff is talking to his team about is playing with more force. And that's defensively, but that's also the free throw stat you just talked about. In particular, a guy like Jimmy Butler, who's made a career of driving to the basket, gaining contact. Gabe Vincent showed up offensively. Highsmith is going to be a player now that brings him more athleticism, Greeny. I anticipate he's going to get more minutes. Bam Adebayo was scoring the basketball. But game 2 has to be about Jimmy Butler. We came into this game and we talked about who had a better playoff series so far, the Joker or Jimmy. We all said the Joker. It played out today. They're going to